All right, let's talk some Michigan recruiting as the Wolverines are not done adding to their 2026 class. Big win on Saturday, pushing Michigan to 5-2 with a quality win over Washington. Steve, let's get into it. Who are the flip targets trending to Michigan right now?
Well, Michigan has the number 11 ranked class in the country right now in 2026. They finished number 6 a year ago. They certainly have a chance to push into the top 10 in this cycle before it's all said and done. Offensive line is a position of emphasis for the Wolverines right now. They'd like to add 1 to 2 more. They had Duke commit Sean Stover on campus this weekend. They continue to give him a lot to think about. They're also high on the list of Virginia Tech commit Adrian Hamilton. That's one that also looks to be trending in a positive direction. And over the weekend, I predicted Tomlin to Michigan. He is a Miami, Ohio commit from Chicagoland, but has a lot of high upside traits. There's a lot of connections to the Wolverines program with Tommy Froman, and I think he ends up at Michigan. Then we'll see if Sean Stover and or Adrian Hamilton also ends up wearing a winged helmet. The defensive back position is also a position of emphasis for Michigan, Sharon Moore and company right now. And I'm getting closer and closer to predicting Michigan to flip 4-star Jam Vincent from Baylor. He was offered this fall by the Wolverines, has already visited, and the dialogue remains strong. Now, Michigan's certainly still big game hunting at the position. Guys like Devon Benjamin, Rivals number 1 ranked corner, committed to Oregon. They're also taking a swing at Havon Finney, who is committed to LSU. But I would say right now, Vincent is the best bet of that group to end up in Michigan's class. Linebacker, also a point of emphasis for Michigan. 4-star DQ Forkba is someone that's always had a keen eye on the maize and blue. They'll keep shooting their shot with Nick Abrams, the Georgia commit. He's been on the Bulldogs campus twice this season, including the win over Ole Miss on Saturday. That's going to be a tough flip. They've given Braylon Hodge a lot to think about, a former Michigan State commit. They're battling Texas, Oregon, and Mizzou for him. But Michigan, quite a few names out there, and they'll continue to evaluate senior film. So it wouldn't be surprising if some more names popped up for Michigan, a program that's 5-2 right now. They got a true freshman under center, a lot of young guys making an impact. They're looking to try and return to championship form, and they're giving these kids a lot to think about.
Steve, tomorrow is October 21st. Did you know that Bryce Underwood flipped to Michigan on November 21st? So tomorrow we're 1 month away from the year anniversary of Bryce Underwood flipping from LSU to Michigan. And we're already seeing him on the field making an impact. How has his play impacted Michigan recruiting, specifically when it comes to 2027s?
Well, I think that top prospects in the 2027 class believe that Michigan is a program that can compete for a national championship. And a lot of that reason is because of Bryce Underwood and his play. And when these top prospects come onto campus, how available Bryce Underwood is, how bought in he is into helping recruit these younger players to come play for the Maize and Blue, it's really big, and it's resonating with some of these top guys. Quentin Burrell, a top 10 receiver out of Chicagoland, Mount Carmel High School. Michigan, at the very least, is in his top 2. I think they're battling Notre Dame. They could be leading it. His sister plays soccer at Michigan. He's already been up twice this fall. This was his first game there this season. And Sharon Moore, Coach Bellamy, that coaching staff making him feel very comfortable. Matthew Gregory is an explosive receiver out of Pottstown, Pennsylvania, at one point trending Penn State. Obviously, some coaching changes there. He's opened the door for programs like Michigan to make a move. He had a great visit this weekend. Monshun Sales has always had Michigan in his lead group out of Indianapolis, one of the most coveted pass catchers in the country. And then, of course, Dakota Garant from in-state. If Michigan's not leading that, they're in the lead group for Dakota Garant. So these guys see the quarterback. They've all talked about it. Bryce Underwood, someone that they would love to play with as a true freshman. So his play on the field is certainly resonating with elite prospects across the country.
All right, Michigan fans, how are we feeling? Hot start, 5-2 right now, and recruiting is rolling. Talk to Steve and I about your top targets on the recruiting trail.